Sometimes, when our weight loss has really slowed down, it can feel as if our metabolism is broken. Now, even though there are no overnight magic fixes, I can give you 5 proven tips to crank it back up again. What are these tips? Some of these you may have heard before, but it's good to hear them again, just in case you have forgotten them. And some of these might be totally new to you. And they will work, by the way, even if you're over 40. So that's a good thing. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a very outdated tip that you shouldn't be following anymore. It's a total waste of time. So if you're seeing it online somewhere or reading it in a blog, avert your eyes because it's not right. So let's start with the ones that are actually working. Proven tip number 1. Pick up the pace with HIIT. No, not a punch, but a HIIT. High intensity interval training. Means what is high intensity for you. Don't overdo it. Just pick up the pace a little bit to increase your heart rate. And this type of workout is very different to the usual aerobic exercise, which is usually done at the same pace like this. Nice and slow. Sometimes it goes a little bit faster. But with HIIT, you definitely have to pick up the pace. HIIT involves short bursts of high-intensity activity, and it is followed by a short rest. It not only increases your heart rate, but it actually boosts production of various energy-burning hormones. And what I like best is even after you have finished your exercise, your metabolism keeps burning more energy than before, even whilst you're not doing a thing. Now, we're told that there is a sweet spot for the correct interval, and that appears to be 60 seconds full on and then 60 seconds rest. That appears to be the best for increasing your fitness level. But what about increasing your metabolic rate? There are so many suggestions around online by fitness gurus, weight loss gurus. They all say something different. So therefore, try what works for you best, and I would say start with the 60 seconds on and 60 seconds off. Can't go wrong. Proven tip number 2. This one I bet you have heard before. Build up your muscle mass, because muscle is metabolically way more active than body fat, meaning that a person with good muscle tone definitely will burn more calories and has a much faster metabolic rate. And unless we work at this, it appears that after the age of 30, our muscle mass decreases by about 3 to 8% every 10 years. So that's not a good thing. And this annoying rate declines even more after 60. All this decline means a lower metabolic rate unless we fight back with doing some weights and resistance training. So let's go and lift some proper weights. And no matter what you've been told, lifting 2 cans of tomato soup isn't going to cut it. Without hurting ourselves, we actually have to challenge those muscles with some heavier weights. Because sadly, with cans of soup, they're not going to grow or get stronger. And once you have built up your muscles and they're much firmer, you will burn more calories even whilst you're asleep. Third tip, this one you have heard before. Eat a little bit more protein, or eat sufficient protein. Because if you don't have enough protein in your diet, your muscles can't recover from the exercise and they can't grow as well. Plus, if you're deficient in protein, you already noticed probably that you're going to start being hungry and have those cravings again. So we don't want that. Therefore, up your protein a little bit. You can do that by eating more legumes, some tofu, some tempeh, or even use vegan protein powder. Try a low-calorie protein shake after your workout. Add powder, probably 25 grams of it. That will give you 20 grams of pure protein. Choose a product that doesn't have gums and sweeteners and all sorts of odd items in it. My tip is to choose a powder that is a pure vegan protein powder, maybe pea protein or rice protein. My favorite one is fava bean because it is very neutral in taste. It's still not going to be a circus in the mouth, but by adding some berries to it and some vanilla and some cinnamon maybe, it will be just fine. So do that after you have finished your weightlifting workout or your HIIT workout. Proven tip number 4. This one is the easiest one of the lot, and yet I still haven't mastered it. By now, several studies have proven that if you have 2 glasses of cool water before each main meal, it really helps to crank up your metabolism. Most studies promise us about a 20 to 30% increase in metabolism for about an hour or 90 minutes. I placed a couple of links down into descriptions if you wanted to read up on it. But my favorite study mentioned that after 12 weeks of drinking 500 mils, which is half a liter, of cool water 3 times a day before the main meal, people lost about 2 kilos more than the other group who drank their water haphazardly throughout the day. My other favorite study, can one have 2 favorites? Is the one where just for 8 weeks, people did the same trick of drinking more cool water, mainly before meals, and they lost 1.5 kilos in that short time. So it's totally worth trying it. Just drinking water. Just make sure that you're staying close to a bathroom. Here's another tip. Avoid starvation diets. It is so counterproductive. You might lose more fluid at the beginning, but you will also lose muscle mass. Besides that, it's very miserable to be constantly hungry. But the worst part is that the body will slow down its metabolic rate. So therefore, that's why I said it's totally counterproductive. This is known as adaptive thermogenesis. And it can lead you into such a long plateau where you just don't know where to go from here because you can't reduce your calories any further. You can use my tips to crank up your metabolism, but it would be so much better if you could stick to a healthy, well-balanced eating plan with a safe calorie deficit. It does not have to be a torturous starvation diet. And another annoying thing about that, the minute you come off a starvation diet, boom, your weight comes back on. This was totally not worth it. Now, let me tell you the outdated tip that you will see in blogs, you will see on videos, but it's definitely been proven not to work. It is a waste of time and effort and calories. Namely, eat several small meals throughout the day to crank up your metabolism. Even though it is correct that when you eat, your metabolism goes up a little bit, but only such a smidgen amount that it actually does not increase weight loss. The best tool, sustainable weight loss journey, is if you were to eat a well-balanced, healthy meal plan where you eat 3 main meals a day, and if you're hungry, you can have a snack, but there is no need to keep forcing yourself to eat mini meals throughout the day. Give your digestion a rest. Your body will be very grateful for it. And if you want to find out what to do if you're too hungry all the time and have cravings, check out that video that I have made for you, How to Stop Hunger in 3 Days.